So right when I am finally ready to record this video, my phone would go off. 1 second. Today I enjoyed some Cold Stone ice cream because I always believe you should eat what you want to eat. So one of my tips for you, don't restrict your diet. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Samantha Helen and this is my YouTube. Make sure to subscribe and like. Today I just wanted to talk about my fitness journey, so I have my little notepad here, that way I don't get off topic. And let's hope we can just bust these out real quick so I can share with you guys some tips and what's worked for me and just, you know, pros and cons of certain things, stuff like that. So just to start out, I just wanted to mention that I am in no way a health professional. I am not a coach. I am not a nutritionist. These are just things that I have done that have worked, and obviously, as you can see from my transformation, it has clearly worked. So just wanted to put that little disclaimer out there. So I probably started my weight loss journey in the summer of 2014. I had just graduated from high school, and the stress, I guess, of high school, my last couple months I ended up moving from Texas to Florida. The stress of all of that, and then just a bunch of stuff that was going on, I gained a lot of weight in that time period, and I reached my max weight of 260 pounds, and I wasn't confident in myself. I mean, I walked on the graduation stage wearing a double XL, double XX, whatever the plus size is. That's what I had to wear for graduation, and I had, my knees would creak, my back would hurt, my neck would hurt. It was a whole bunch of medical issues I was having, and I was only 18 years old. That's ridiculous. So I tried pretty much everything and anything you can think of. I tried the Slim Fast, the shakes, Fit Tea, Skinny Tea, Tea Talks, all of those, and nothing worked. Honestly, I kept the same weight. I was stuck at 260 pounds. There was nothing bringing that off. Then I started to think, okay, now what can I do? I remembered from high school little workouts I used to do for cheerleading and for various things I used to do. So I decided to start going to the gym again. So I signed up for Planet Fitness, and I was able to lose 20 pounds by running, exercising here and there, you know, twice, 3 times. I hit 240, and that's where I stayed for about 6 months. I could not figure out how to keep going. I hit a plateau. And that's what happens when you work out and you only work out one type of way for so long, is your body will get used to it, and then all of a sudden you're no longer going to lose weight. So you have to keep changing up your workouts and stuff like that. So I was stuck at 240 pounds, and then one day I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw an ad from a lovely, lovely person who was a Beachbody coach, and she was looking for other coaches, and I was like, I like fitness. I kind of need to lose weight. Let's see what this could do. So I signed up for coaching, and I absolutely loved it. I had a genuine passion to help people, and I think that's where the misconception comes. It's not a scam. It's just people who have a genuine heart versus those who don't really care either way. They're just trying to make the sale. So that's where that confusion comes in, I suppose. But I had a real passion and genuine heart for it, but what ended up happening was I lost that drive, which therefore reflected into my business, which made it just no point for me to continue. Though I will say I love the company, what they stand for Beachbody, and also their products are quality. So after being stuck at 240 pounds, I was able to lose weight by doing 2 rounds of 21-day fix, which is the one that has the containers and you do the workout, stuff like that. And then also T25, which is by Shaun T. It's a lot of cardio and high intensity interval training, and that's honestly where I lost a majority of my weight, was doing those high intensity workouts, sweating it out every day and pushing myself as hard as I could. So I went from 240 pounds stuck down to 180, and that was the biggest change that could ever happen in my life. Honestly, I felt amazing. That brings you up to now. After I quit coaching, I still go to Planet Fitness. I still go to the gym. For a while I was on the BBG Bikini Body Girls programs, but I recently have strayed from that as well because I'd rather just do more of my own training at this point. I'm not really looking for outside help right now. Fluctuating between 170 and 176 depending on how clean my diet is. I'm a little bit heavier right now just because we had a hurricane and we were all kind of shut in, and so I didn't have any meal prepped food. So that pretty much brings you up to where I am currently. So that's my whole fitness journey, whereas I started at 260, got down to 240, was stuck for the longest time, at least a year, and then eventually brought that down to 170 to 176. So I just wanted to go into a couple of questions that I commonly get. One really big one I get is, how do I eat food, meal prep, and stuff like that? Pretty much everything I learned was from the 21-day fix I did through Beachbody. So what that program teaches you is how to portion control your meals and how you can eat what you'd want to eat and eat what you like, but how you, I don't know what the right word is for it. Control is honestly the best thing I could word it as. The program pretty much teaches you can eat what you want, but just know how much you're eating and how that would affect your workouts and how that's going to affect your, your eating plan. So you get different colored containers, and one container is for like meat, carbs, fruit, veggies, healthy fats, stuff like that. Then you just measure your food for the day in that container. So if you want to have, say, your breakfast is egg whites, sweet potatoes, and some strawberries. So you'll measure your strawberries in the fruit container and the eggs in the protein container, and then the sweet potato in the carbs container. And then you take that with you, and that's your breakfast for the day. So pretty much you're not on a limited or restricted diet, which is something I don't believe in anyways, because I've suffered with an eating disorder in high school, which I'll go into more depth of that if someone would like in another video, but it wouldn't be in this one. But pretty much I struggled with my eating a lot. So I don't believe in restrictive diets. I don't believe in restricting yourself when you eat either. I remember I was at work one day eating a baked potato, and a girl saw me and she goes, "Why are you eating that if you're trying to lose, if you're a fitness person, you lose weight?" And I'm like, I don't restrict myself, and you shouldn't restrict yourself either with eating. That is the number one way to either, one, cause an eating disorder in yourself, or two, to set yourself up for failure, because all you're doing is telling your body you can't have anything that you like. And that's where people end up binge eating and getting off track, and then they're like, well, what do I do now? I just wasted all this progress. Recently, about 3 months ago, I cut out meat products just because I had gotten food poisoning twice in one weekend, and I feel like my body doesn't really digest meat as well as it used to. I don't do vegetarian meals for ethical reasons. If you want to eat a steak in front of me, by all means do it. I'm not upset with it. I don't believe anybody should be, but yeah, I don't do it for ethical reasons. It's just, for me personally, eating meat doesn't go well. I wouldn't say I'm a strict vegetarian or vegan though. Recently I've been adding stuff in a little bit. So I still can't eat chicken or turkey. I can't eat any fish. I can't eat any red meats. But lately I've been able to have pepperoni on my pizza, so that's all I've got so far. And I don't eat any dairy to begin with because I'm lactose intolerant, so I've always done almond milk. I've recently come into discovering vegan cheeses and stuff like that, so that's been a great help with the whole transitioning. I eat vegan meats. The Garden brand is my absolute favorite. Their crispy chicken and their mandarin chicken is life-giving, so go out and try them. My boyfriend swears they taste like potatoes, but they don't. I think they taste amazing. So another question I get is, how do I meal prep? And basically, I do a lot of research first of all to figure out what I'm even gonna want to eat for the week. So I'll go on Pinterest, Instagram, vegan pages I follow, Tasty. If you've ever seen the videos from BuzzFeed that are called Tasty, those are the recipes they do on Facebook and all that stuff. They have an app where you can customize what you'd want in a meal, and then they bring you all the recipes that have that stuff. So definitely check that out if you haven't had it yet. It's an app on iPhone, I believe. I don't know if it's on Android though. But basically I go through all those apps and I'll figure out what I'm feeling for the week or what I want to incorporate in my meal. So some weeks I'm more into having vegetables and fruit. Some weeks I'm more into having a sweet potato and my vegan meat. Some weeks I'm into having raw food, so just salads and raw vegetables and raw fruit. I don't like to cook sometimes, so some days I'm feeling like that. But if you want a full video with me showing how I meal prep, how I go through it, containers and all that kind of stuff, I'd love to do one. Just leave likes and comments on this video and I'll get to it eventually for you guys. Another question I get is, when you go grocery shopping, how do you stay away from bad foods? And just to start this off, I don't really believe in bad foods. Now, hear me out. I understand that Twinkies are not good food for you in the health sense of it, but I don't believe in saying any food is a bad food because, like I said previously, I don't believe in restrictive diets. So if you want to have a Twinkie, have a Twinkie. A couple of tips though for when you are grocery shopping and you're trying to stick to a healthy meal set. For one, the number one best rule I can tell you: eat before you go grocery shopping. That is the biggest lifesaver I can ever tell anyone. If you go to the grocery store while you're hungry, you will buy everything in sight that you're craving. Also, have a list, either on your phone or written down, but have a physical list, not just what's in your head, because seeing it will tell you, okay, I have this, check it off. I have this, check it off. That way you don't stray from your list. You already know what you're going in for. You're not trying to say, oh, I need this, oh, I need that. You don't really need it. You're just seeing it and wanting it. What you need is on that list that you already made. Last thing I can tell you about shopping is remember what your goals are whenever you get those cravings or you get the urge to buy something that you know you probably shouldn't be eating and buying. Because you can sit there all day and say, oh, I want to lose weight, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to be fit, I want to be healthy, I want to be whatever your fitness goal is, your health goal is, but you're self-sabotaging yourself when you keep eating a whole pizza pie, eating all that cake and brownies, drinking a bunch of soda, when you know that's not going to line you up with your goals. The whole thing is, you have to know where your goals and your mindset is going before you buy these things or before you just jump the gun. So just remember what your goals are and where you're trying to get to, and that's going to keep you in the right mindset. Now, not to say you can't have a break every once in a while. Yes, I still eat pizza. As you saw earlier, I eat ice cream. So it's not, a big deal if you do that, but once in a while. You can't do that every single day and expect results. You can't drink soda at every meal and expect to not be bloated all the time. You can't eat a whole pizza and expect that your waist is gonna stay super thin. It's just not realistic thinking. My goal was always just to be healthy, and that's what I'm still leaning towards right now. I have a goal weight in mind, but the weight isn't really what I'm concerned with anymore. My initial concern with my weight being so big and why I was so obsessed with my weight before was because it was causing health issues with myself. Aside from that, I really don't care about what the scale says. I like to go by what I look like when I see myself in the mirror and how I feel about myself internally. So if I'm feeling kind of bloated, I'm like, maybe I should modify what I ate today, or maybe the next time I shouldn't eat this and this. That way I won't be feeling this way. So those are all my tips and also my personal fitness journey. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.